So the ALCS and the NLCS are here. At the time of this recording, I'm recording on Monday, October 13th. The Mariners have taken a game one lead over the Blue Jays. The Dodgers and Brewers are set to square off tonight in game one. Of course, Mariners, Blue Jays, game two. How about that 15 inning game on Friday night? That was incredible. Did not get to sleep till about 1:30 in the morning. That was an amazing game between the Mariners and the Tigers. Both teams using their game three starters in game five to try to get it home. And you were very concerned about Seattle. Toronto obviously had a big edge in game one. Toronto was bronze bombing the Yankees, if you will. In mostly all four of those games. I mean, they were up 6-1 in game three and they let the lead go. They could have easily swept the New York Yankees, in my opinion. Their pitching was dominating that overpowering lineup the Yankees tried to give you. But Seattle's pitching did a number on Detroit. I mean, outside of Kerry Carpenter's two-run homer, the Tigers did not put anybody through the plate. And Toronto last night, George Springer had a leadoff homer, and they had one more hit the rest of the game, and they did not have a guy reach base since the second inning, I believe. They retired 24 out of the last 25 Blue Jay hitters, and it was really impressive for Seattle. What they did going out that 15 inning game, they needed to weather the storm, and they have done that, and they've stolen a game, which means this series is now officially started. And if you are the managers, you feel like you're in a great position. And I love this ALCS for the reason of the Blue Jays have not been to the World Series in 32 years, and Seattle has never been to the World Series. We're going to get a new champion crowned in the American League. And Toronto has brought in guys like a George Springer, like a Shane Bieber, and obviously they're missing Bo Bichette, but their homegrown talent and the likes of Vladimir Guerrero, is the catcher they have, and obviously Seattle with Cal Riley and Julio Rodriguez and the shortstop JP. Obviously they bring in Suarez, they bring in Naylor, but they have a lot of homegrown talent as well. So these two organizations have been building. They've been behind the Yankees and the Red Sox in the case of Toronto. In the case of Seattle, it was Houston and Texas the last few years. But these two teams feel like that they have good pitching depth, good inning, good timely inning, good defense. Cal Riley's the best defensive catcher in baseball, and I do feel like Seattle overpowers Toronto. I said going into the postseason, the winner of Seattle versus the winner of the Cleveland Detroit series would represent the American League in the World Series. I predicted Toronto would get past the Yankees or Red Sox, but they would not get past the ALCS. Milwaukee to me, though, I know that they were the number one seed, but to me, Milwaukee is the best team in baseball. I think they're the most complete team in baseball, led by Christian Yelich and crew. They have a dynamic bullpen. They can go to bullpen games. They have guys that can throw multiple innings. They have guys that can hit for power. They have guys that can steal bases. And I'm worried a bit about the Dodgers bullpen because when they have lost a game this year in the postseason. It was game three. Obviously, a heartbreaker game four, where it was a pitcher's duel until late. The error by the Phillies pitcher there at the end to bring the runner home for the Dodgers. But the Dodgers offense outside of the Cincinnati series has struggled. They've gotten the big hit when they needed it, but they have not been able to manufacture runs outside of a team inflicting self-inflicted wounds. I think their bullpen is going to get exposed in this series at some point. And again, their lineup may be lethal, but their starting pitching is not the same as it was a year ago. I think that's the difference. And I think the World Series, Brewers managers are going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, small town, but they love their Brewers against a Seattle team who their sports are on fire right now with what the Seahawks are doing and now what the managers are doing. These are two franchises who have not won gold in a long time. And that's the World Series I would like to see. Like that clip from the Brands World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brands World podcast right here on YouTube.